Hi there, Scott ROCKFILE back with another podcast review. I'm going to be talking about the HBO drama The Last of Us, Episode 1. Yes, I've played the game. I was not as enamored with the game as everybody else was. I thought it's a great game. It's got great elements. It's got great scares. I'm not into stealthy sneaking around games where you're not given enough ammo and you're forced to sneak around to survive. I get that, the gameplay mechanic and the tenseness of it and all that. I get why it's in games and why certain games are popular because of that, but that's one of my least favorite gameplay mechanics. I like to play a game more like I'm Bruce Willis or John Wick in an action movie, and I've got plenty of ammo and plenty of guns, and I can't be killed, and I just love running through things. So as a survival horror experience, it was something that wasn't my favorite type of game, but I still played it to the end and really enjoyed it from the story, the graphics, everything about it. And PlayStation keeps remaking the game, making it better. I was done. I've played through it once or twice, and that was it. I've not played the sequel, and I really wasn't psyched about the TV show because although I think it's a perfect story to adapt into a long-form drama, I know the story. I've played the game, spent, 30, 40 hours in the game or whatever. So anyway, I wasn't planning to watch it until it was all up, but went ahead and watched the first episode, not realizing it was almost an hour and a half when I started it, but I was already committed, so there you go. Bella Ramsey, Pedro Pascal, Gabriel Luna, Anna Torv, and a few other actors you've seen and heard have gotten together with the showrunner from Chernobyl and the guy who created the video game, or one of the guys who created the video game. So between those two showrunners, you've got somebody who understands the tone that this show needs to have, and somebody else who understands the tone from the inside because he wrote it or co-wrote it. And the short version of my review is, if you're a fan, you can safely watch this. It's incredibly well done. It's almost perfect on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's 97, 98, 99%, something like that. 4.8 on Google out of 5. Pretty much everybody who likes it or who watched it liked it. If you're not into the mythology, the first episode may not give you enough. I think it comes across as kind of a typical, just another dystopian, apocalyptic, kind of zombie-ish story. But I know what's coming and the depth of where it's going to go, and I like how they've deepened the world. This is a 9-episode TV series with episodes that are longer than an hour. In a video game, a lot of it's gameplay. A lot of it's nothing that could translate to a show. Just sneaking around for, several hours in a game is not something they'll do in a TV show because it'd be boring to watch. They'll sneak around some, I'm sure. But like I said, those gameplay mechanics, when adapting a book to a movie or a video game to a TV series, obviously changes have to be made. You can't adapt exactly what happened in a book or in a video game into a movie or TV show. That being said, they have the thread work, the story of what we all love in the game, and they've expanded some of the background. Some of the stuff in the beginning, some of the stuff that happened before the apocalypse. The game kind of feeds you that in little bits and pieces where you get a bigger dose of it here in the first episode. The production values are really good. They're not showing you too much violence, too much of the bad guys, too much of the, the outside world yet. The first episode mostly takes place in the past and in the compound that they're living in before they take off on the journey that makes up the bulk of the story. So not really too much to talk about in one episode. The acting is all top notch. From the cinematography just to everything involved in making it a good TV show, it's top notch. It's a AAA production, and I'm so glad that we're finally getting a video game adaptation that is worthy of the source material. Will they keep it up for the next 8 episodes? It looks like it. I mean, it feels like it, but we'll see. In the meantime, if you're not a fan of the video game and you've never seen anything like this, it may test your patience on the whole zombie post-apocalypse story. This has been done to death over the last 20 years, from The Walking Dead and all of its spinoffs to many other shows and movies. But trust me when I say the story is a little bit deeper than you're going to get in some of those other things, and where this goes, or where I hope it goes, is worthy of the journey in watching it. So I'll be checking it out each week on HBO Max. It didn't blow me away, but I thought it was really well done. I thought Pedro Pascal, again, proves himself just a great actor. This newcomer, Bella Ramsey, I haven't seen her in anything. I thought she was fantastic in it as well. And Nico Parker, who plays Sarah Miller at the beginning of the piece, she was really good. Sometimes with teen and child actors, you don't get, top tier acting with the rest of the cast, but these two young ladies in this show doing a great job. I'm anxious to see where it goes. I like the main titles and how they set everything up with a 60s flashback interview, kind of getting into the whole idea that this isn't really a pandemic, it's more of a viral attack, which is kind of cool. So far I like it, I think they've done a good job, and HBO Max now has another series that is worthy of that kind of that Westworld level of hype, because it's well written, well acted, well produced. It's just a really good TV show, even if you're not into the video game. And if you are, like I said, you can watch it and not go, oh man, they did that, because they pretty much keep it like the game, just expanding on it. It's good stuff. Can't wait to see more. Scott Hamilton, I'm ROCKFILE. That was a short review of the first episode of The Last of Us. We'll see how the season progresses. I've got more podcasts on the way. My links are below. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen, and have a spectacular day.